side by side, assisting in your operation. Protect your business with coverage that matters and service that cares. Contact Caitlin Hoots at 605-290-9719 or Jared Keene at 605-450-5322.
Helping you find the equipment you need. It's possible at RDO Equipment Company. RDO sells and services John Deere agriculture and lawn and garden equipment, as well as Honda generators, pumps, snow blowers, and more. Their large inventory of parts ensures you get what you're looking for quickly so you can get back to work, and their experienced sales and parts department are ready to help you find the right equipment for the job. Call, stop in, or visit RDOequipment.com today.
At Northern State University, your future.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, we're just getting underway for the Pheasants Volleyball Classic, and we have a double court going on in this particular event. As the teams are going, instead of horizontally, they are going vertically. We will start off with the Redfield is playing Potter County, and they are over in this far left-hand court. So because we are a Redfield Pheasant presentation, we will go with their game and try to keep up with that. But as you can understand, a lot of chaos going on here. And it looks like our camera is pretty hot with the volume there. So let's see if we can't straighten that out. Apparently the scores are being kept for the Redfield game. And bear with me here as this is the first time that we have done a tournament. Potter County on the near side and Redfield on the far side in the number one court that we're looking at. On the number two court, we'll try to verbally keep up with what's going on there. That is Miller, and they are going against Aberdeen Christian. And we'll try to pick up what colors and who's who on that one. Right now, well, they have not indicated who the guest and who the home is on the far side there. Well, they have, as a matter of fact. Let me look for it. Home team is listed first. And going to try to see if we can get something going with getting the volume on the video. On the camera, the background noise down a little bit so we can pick up a little bit more information here as we are underway. Redfield is currently leading in their game. Well, Potter County is considered to be the home team. So Potter County currently leading the Redfield game by a score of 5-3. And over on the other side, it is Miller as the home team, and they are trailing 5-1 over Aberdeen Christian. Trying to make sense of the chaos that is going on here, and also checking to see if we can find assistance on a couple of things technically. But obviously, if you happen to be in the area, this is going to be one heck of a day in volleyball for all of these young ladies. There are 9 teams participating here as Redfield is taking a timeout as they are currently trailing Potter County by a score of 7-3. Aberdeen Christian is going to be on the short side. Check that. Aberdeen Christian leading their game by a score of 7-2. Well, I think what we might do here And once again, this is the very first time that we have run this. We might go ahead and put it on a double court, and then I'll try to keep you up with the score. We won't be able to be as personal about this for Redfield because we are covering 2 games at once. So let's pan over here a little bit and see if we can get both courts going on. So anybody who is joining us for Aberdeen Christian will be able to see their game going. Aberdeen Christian is on the right-hand side of the screen. Game is underway for Redfield. And the point goes to Redfield on this one. Well, they show Redfield as the home team. Somebody messed up here because Potter County is listed as the home team. Well, that's great. All right, let's see if we can't figure all this business out here. My apologies for our hemming and hawing. So apparently they did not adhere. Okay, Redfield gets a point, and they are considered the home team up there. So, all right, now we'll turn that around. So Redfield is home on this one here. And Potter County, so Redfield is leading this one by a score of 10-3. And then over on the Aberdeen Christian side, again, not being too familiar with the different colors of the schools that we don't see too often. And I'll try to pick up who is home and who is visitors over here. It is 9-4, whomever, but the chart that we have indicates that there we go. So let's see who they chalk up a score on here. Okay, so, well, wait a minute. The official pointed to one side and then another, so I didn't quite pick up who's who. Near side in the gray, serving. Okay, so there's a point. So the guest, the guest team is going to be on the gray. Well, I might have to go down and try to figure this out. I'm struggling a bit. They are not following the paper that they left with us and said that this is what's going on. Okay, Miller is on the far side. So Miller on the far side as the game over here keeps moving as Redfield comes up with a point and wins this one. They're leading it by a score of 13-4. And Miller is coming out, so now I know that Miller is on the far side. Therefore, Aberdeen Christian will be on the near side. Service to Aberdeen Christian. Well, they haven't changed the scoreboard yet. Come on, folks, let's go here. Well, either they changed that score more quickly than I looked up, or it's have not chalked up the score. So I know that it's Aberdeen Christian serving on this side. Okay, now a point went to Miller. There we go. Miller is the home team, so Miller is home on this one. And that is the way it's listed this time. So Aberdeen Christian leading this one by a score of 10-7. Okay, now back over to the Redfield game. Redfield is leading this 15-5. Nice volley going on between Redfield and Potter County. Redfield is leading at 15-5. And Redfield gets a point there. So let's see if we cannot get things a little bit more organized here. My apologies. As you can see, with 9 teams here, it's going to be a little bit chaotic as we move along. So Redfield is on the far side on the left, and Potter County is on the near side. And Redfield is listed as home, Potter County as the visitors. And then we're going to go to the other side there. And Miller is listed as home. And Aberdeen Christian is going to be listed as the visiting team on the scoreboard. And right now, Aberdeen Christian leads this one. Check that. Miller leads this one by a score now of 11-9. So they've made quite a comeback here. Volley on the left side. Redfield on the far court in the blue. And Potter County in the near court in the white. Potter County scoring a point. So it should be 16-6 in favor of Redfield still. Aberdeen Christian in the near court serving on the right side. And Miller comes up with a point. And so Miller now leads that one by a score of 12-10. On the left side, it is Redfield on the lead by a score of 16-7. And Potter County serving. Moving over to court number 2. Miller on the far side has taken a lead now, 13-10. Nice block and stuff, but somehow or other Aberdeen Christian comes back with the ball. This time a valiant effort on the side of Aberdeen Christian, but they don't come up with a point, and Miller leads it by a score of 14-10. Turning our attention to the left side. Looked like a kill by Sucor. Another try to kill for Redfield. Point for Redfield, and they lead it by a score of 19-7. Well, they didn't change the scoreboard again. Not sure who's paying attention. There it goes, 19-7 Redfield. This is their first set. I believe that they're going best of 3 rather than the best of 5 that you would in a normal situation, and Redfield scores again, and they're ahead by a score of 20-7. Turning our attention back over to Miller, they have a lead now of 16-10. And the point goes to Miller, and they have now a 17-10 lead. Checking the right court. Nice block at the net there by Aberdeen Christian players. Unfortunately, we do have rosters, but we have so many things going on here that to give individual credit to anybody, that's going to be a little bit challenging. So we will just go with the score. I'm sure that your young lady, you know who she is. So we'll leave it at that. Redfield serving 21-8 on the left side. And Redfield scores at 22-8 now. Redfield serving 22-8. Miller leading it by a score of 20-11 on the right side. Miller with a service on the right, Redfield service on the left. Redfield scores again, and it goes up to 23-8. Aberdeen Christian scores. Oh, check that. Miller scored. Apparently that ball hit right on the out-of-bounds line, as Redfield now has game point at 24-8 on the left. That ball went flying over. You may have seen that. Number 13 on Miller had to duck underneath a shot that was errantly and off the line and right in the middle of her serve, so they're going to replay that point on the right side. Miller leading it by a score of 21-11. Another great block on behalf of Miller on the other side, and they have it 22-11. Potter County is serving on the left, trailing by game point, 24-9. Nice dunk shot over there. Again, not having rosters for each of these teams. So I'm going to leave it up to you to know who your young lady is, as it's 24-10 now, Redfield leading it, and this is game point. Nice recovery by Potter County. And Redfield comes up and wins the first one by a score of 25-10. On the right side, we'll turn our attention over there. 23-12 in favor of Miller. And unfortunately, Aberdeen Christian puts it into the net, and so they'll be down for game point here, 24-12 in favor of Miller. Set number one. Miller puts it into the net on game point, and it's 24-13 Miller. Aberdeen Christian serving on the near side. Nice block at the net by Ab. Another nice block at the net, but unfortunately it does dribble over, and the game will go to Miller, 25-13. So we get a little respite in what's going on here. Let's pay some bills.
Starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, right now we are checking with home base to find out if background noise is okay and all that kind of business. So, go ahead. Okay, well, we're kind of holding on here. We're doing both live and checking back with the technical side of things. So, audience, please bear with me. Both games are underway here. Miller was a game winner in the first game against Aberdeen Christian. They are on the right, and Miller won that one 25-13. And on the other side, so we're discussing things with the home office here and find out that the sound announcing balance is okay. Is that correct? Piper, is that correct on the phone? Okay. All right, so we've got things squared away at home. I'll bring you up to date here with what's going on. Thank you very much. In the producer board operator person, thank you, and I'll talk to you later. I love hometown stuff. Okay, let's see if we can't catch up with what's going on here. So on the left side, the Redfield game is going on. And Redfield right now is trailing this one by a score of 2-6. And on the right side, we've got Miller in the far court. And that one in game number 2 is tied up at 2-2. And now Miller goes ahead 3-2. Redfield with a service on the left. And Redfield comes up with the point there. And the score there is Potter County 6 and Redfield 4. Turning our attention to the right side, Miller is listed as the home team, and they are ahead by a score of 5-2. Both Redfield and Miller won their first games. Miller gains a point there, 6-2. Service for Potter County on the left. There is one other game going on in the auxiliary gym, and unfortunately we do not have connection with that as Redfield scores on the left, and they narrow the gap to 2. They're behind 7-5 to Potter County. Miller serving on the right. Nice dig by Christian. Nice block by Christian, and the ball goes out of bounds. So the point will go to Miller, 7-2. Check that, 7-3. They decide that it was Aberdeen Christian's point there. Aberdeen Christian serving on the right. Miller, the team, on the far side. Point goes to Aberdeen Christian, and they've narrowed their difference to 3 points as Miller leads it by a score of 7-4. On the left, the service is being held right now by Potter County, and they lead that one 9-6. Still following the left side. Long volley there. Nice deep shot by Potter County, but Redfield gets it back and over the net. And now Redfield gets tangled up and can't get the ball over. And Potter County leads it by a score of 10-6. Miller serving on the right. So our attention will be on the right. Hit the tape and just rolled over, as you may have seen. Miller. Aberdeen Christian back to Miller. And Miller gets the ball over the net, and they expand their lead to 6 points, 10-4. Hope you're enjoying our chaos here. Miller on the far side, serving. Great dig by Aberdeen Christian. Sorry I can't give you names. And a nice kill on the other side by Miller. 11-4, they're on the lead. We have 3 games going at one time here, 2 in the Greeno gym and 1 over in the auxiliary gym. Unfortunately, I have no contact with the auxiliary gym. So hopefully we will come up with something here shortly. Both games in volley right now. Miller 12-4 on the right. Potter County 11-6 on the left. Potter County with a serve on the left. Carries long. So Redfield gained a point. They trail by 4 after winning the first set. Keeping an eye on the right side now. Aberdeen Christian. Nice job getting it over. Great dig on Aberdeen Christian. And long by Miller. But they still retained a 7-point lead, 12-5. Looking at the left, Potter County serving. Potter County near side in the white. Ball goes out of bounds, and Redfield closes their gap by 4 points now. Potter County 12 and Redfield 8. Back over to the right side. Goes long. Aberdeen Christian trailing by 6, 12-6. Left side. Redfield with a nice recovery there. Nice placement right in the corner. And the ball, as it goes up, as you may have seen, hit the basketball net or the basketball backboard that is reeled up. And, of course, when they play volleyball in the gymnasiums, whatever is going on up above is playable. So Potter County leads it by a score of 13-8. On the right side, Christian hits the ball long, and Miller gets the point. 14-7 in favor of Miller. Miller serving. Nice attempt by Aberdeen Christian to come up with that ball, but they lose the point 15-7 in favor of Miller. To the right side, volley going on. Potter County can't get it over the net, and Redfield, trailing at one time by 4 points, now has narrowed it down to 3. Redfield 10 and Potter County 13. Potter County saves one that goes long there. Nice recovery by Potter County, but Redfield responds with dropping the ball right over the net, and we're down to 2. On the right side, Miller 17-7 over Aberdeen Christian. Left side, nice dig by Potter County. And a kill for Redfield, and it's now a 1-point game. Potter County 13, Redfield 12 on the left side. Turn our attention to the left side now as Redfield ties it up at 13-13. Redfield won the first set by a score of 25-10. By the way, Miller on the right side won the first game 25-13. On the right, Miller on the lead 17-9. Redfield serving on the left. Kill by Potter County, and they go ahead 14-13. Potter County serving on the left. Sucor with a nice job of tipping the ball over the net. Now, unfortunately, rosters are lacking, and because I do the Redfield games all the time, I do know those young ladies by name and number. So my apologies for being ignorant of the other teams. Miller scores a point, 19-10 on the right. Left side, Potter County, near side. Redfield in the blue unis on the far side. Right now it's tied 14-14, and now Potter County goes ahead 15-14. On the right, Miller 19-11 with Christian serving. Nice volley on the right side. Redfield on the left goes ahead by, well, they're all tied up at 15 according to the scoreboard. On the right, Aberdeen Christian making a little bit of a move. They're now down by 9, but it might be too little too late here as Miller serves. Ball out by Christian, 21-11 in favor of Miller. Redfield leading at 16-15 with the service on the left. And well, I don't know if that's considered to be an ace or not, but I think it is. They aren't keeping tabs of that, nor am I, as Redfield takes a 2-point lead, 17-15. 22-11 in favor of Miller on the right. Action on the left. Nice dig by Potter County, and they get it over the net. Excellent volley over here. Both sides doing a fine job on the left, and that goes out. And now we're back to a 1-point game with Redfield leading at 17-16. Aberdeen Christian serving, trailing 22-13. point to Miller, 23-13. Nice job, number 14. Tied up at 17-17 on the left with Potter County serving. Redfield won the first game. This is game number 2. Miller at game point, 24-13 on the right. Another fine volley, and it's 18 for Potter County, 17 for Redfield. Game point on the right with Miller in control. On the left, kill goes long. Ball bounces off the basketball court on the right and goes through the basket. And the shot on the left and the check that on the right goes out, 24-14 in favor of Miller. Miller with a game point after having won the first game. Nice volley, tied at 18 on the left as Miller comes up with the win in game number 2, and that, I believe, is going to be it. And it is, in fact. So Miller will win the first game or match in the round-robin round here. And in a little bit, we will have on the right side with the score only 1 point, Redfield leading it by a score of 19-18. Nice save by Redfield. Blue on the far side. And an attempt at a kill by Potter County doesn't make it. And Potter County trailing 20-18 now as Redfield will take a timeout. So let's get caught up with everything here. Redfield on the left side won the first game 25-10. On the right side, Miller has been the victor in that match as they defeated Aberdeen Christian 25-13 and 25-14. So this is the round robin part of this action. And we'll get up over here since I'm the Lone Ranger and see if we can't get the camera moved over to concentrate on the game still in progress on the left side. This is Redfield and Potter County. Kind of pan over here and maybe get a little bit closer so you can see more of what's going on. There we go there. Redfield is serving on the far side, and they lead it 20-18. Outstanding block by number 14. Let me see if I can find rosters here somewhere around. We're all scrambled up with the football game that we did last night out of town, as the Redfield Pheasant football team came up on the short end again. All right, I found a roster. I hear you cheering. Potter County serving. They are trailing by 2. Point for Redfield. So Redfield leads it now by 3, 22-19. Far side service. Potter County with a nice kill attempt, but Redfield somehow recovers. Again, at a kill attempt. And that was by number 11, Talon Roush. And Potter County winds up with the point and the serve near side. Redfield leading it by a score of 22-20. I hate ponytails. Did I mention that? Alicia Kopp is serving. Far side, Redfield. Nice save by Cronin over the net. I believe that was Hayden Gall, number 4, who got the kill. And Redfield leads it by 3, 23-20. Redfield serving. And an ace. And that will put it up to game point for Redfield. On the service line, Charlie Jungworth. A switch for Redfield. Coming in is Brabant. And serving Jungworth for the game. 24-20 in favor of Redfield. Nice dig by Cronin. And the ball gets over Roush. Redfield tries to kill it. That was Sukor. Nice shot from the far side by Potter County. And Redfield gets the point and winds up with the victory. So Redfield 25-20. And we will have Redfield with a point in the round robin and Miller with a point in the round robin. And we will take a commercial break here and let the commercials run for a little while we get ready for the second game. On the left side, game number 2 will be between Belle Fourche and Potter County, so Potter County having to come right back here. And on the right side, the game that is coming up will be Florence-Henry, and they will be going against Miller. So we will return with the best we can do with the action. And in the meantime, we got to pay a bill or two here. Alan Scott on live ticket from Redfield Greeno Gymnasium, where we're involved in the Redfield Volleyball Invitational Classic. And the games are going on. I'll try to get some information about the game that is going on over in the auxiliary gym. I'm so sorry that we aren't able to cover that. The teams over there are Warner, Beresford, and Timberlake.
Own business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
Hey, Tyler with Summit Contracting here. Let's talk about building on your farm. One of the great things about working with Summit Contracting is that we are the farm builders. We build premium grain systems and any structure that goes on your farm. It's never too early to start a project. We'll create a layout to ensure your structures are perfectly placed for today and the future. Let's get started on your farm project at buildsummit.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Every day, I wake up, I see the sun, I see the rain, 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 I see the sun Everyone deserves a fresh start, so if you're ready to live debt-free, our on-staff certified financial counselors are ready to help. Dakota Land Federal Credit Union can assist with debt consolidation, improving your credit score, reducing payments, and reviewing your interest rates, all through your customized debt management plan. Call or stop by your friendly Dakota Land Federal Credit Union branch and schedule your no-obligation free debt management review today. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
World-class service with hometown friendliness. That's what you can expect from the staff of Haler Automotive. We sell new vehicles from both Chevrolet and Buick, along with a good selection of late-model pre-owned vehicles. And if you're looking for something a little more vintage, come take a look at our classic car showroom, Highway 12 Classics. We have a full service department, parts department, and a body shop. We're conveniently located East Highway 12 in Webster, or view all of our inventory online at HalerAuto.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Redfield Energy is a 65 million gallon ethanol plant that produces over 200,000 tons of distillers and grids for over 22 million bushels of corn, providing a quality feed market for all local feeders. At Redfield Energy, they take pride in providing an economic impact on the agricultural industry, community, state, and its utility holders. Located 2 miles north of Redfield, make Redfield Energy your preferred market for locally grown corn. Redfield Energy is a proud supporter of Redfield Pheasant sports and activities.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
El Corral Cocina Mexicana is located in Clark, South Dakota. Our hours are 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Choose from dine-in, takeout, or let us cater your next event. We offer a wide array of fresh foods, from tacos, gobernador, and enchiladas dinner to arroz con pollo and quesadilla fajita. TLC and fresh ingredients go into preparing our food to provide the best quality and taste. Call us at 605-653-5032 or stop by at 501 First Avenue West and try our delicious food today.
Brushing up? Bettering yourself? Or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees. HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Hayter Construction is your local trenching choice in Redfield. Whether you need electrical, fiber, water, or sewer, Hayter Construction can fulfill all your trenching needs. So give Justin a call at 605-460-2767 for your next trenching project. Hayter Construction is a proud supporter of all Redfield pheasant sports and activities.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, we're underway for game number 2 here on the court 2. Try to get you teams. We got some scores over on the other side. As we mentioned, there are 3 courts going here, but we don't have the facility to be able to get the information over on the other side. And the auxiliary gym, try to determine who is home and away. They're not staying with the format as it was originally mentioned. So on this court on the right, as they are warming up on the left, it is Florence-Henry, supposed to be mentioned as the home team. And Aberdeen, check that, Miller. So Miller, well, they do have the names of the teams up on the scoreboard. Well, that's sweet. They have it on one side, but not on the other. So we'll bring you up to date on this in just a second. Point goes to the Rustlers. That's the Miller Rustlers, and they are going to be on the right side, on the far side over there. And so therefore, Florence-Henry will be on the near. So Miller tied score at 2-2, by the way, at the moment. Wonderful lady Jordan Hansen running some scores back and forth for me, which is very nice. All right, the point. Come on, put the point up there. All right, the Falcons got the point. So they have not put up home and away, so we will put, well, wait a minute. Now they went back to a 2-2 score on the scoreboard. Miller apparently on the far side. And Florence-Henry on the near side. And the point goes to the far side, and that will be the Rustlers. Well, this is wonderful. This time out, they actually put the team names up on the board. Maybe they're finally figuring that out. Miller has won one game already. They defeated Aberdeen Christian 25-13 and 25-14. So 2-0 for Miller as they win one here in the round robin section. About ready to get things going on the left side, and we'll try to get that straightened out for you in just a second. Well, we see Mr. Osborne here, so that's very good. He's the athletic director for Redfield and the coach for the girls volleyball team, as the Rustlers go ahead by a score of 4-2. On the left side, they do have the names up on this one, and this is Potter County. So they are on the near side scoreboard, and they just scored a point. So Potter, and on the far side is going to be the Battlers, and that is going to be, well, let's see, Belle Fourche. A lot of chaos, a lot of things happening here. So we'll try to get you squared away on what's going on. Nice, outstanding block. My goodness sakes, we got to get a name on that one. That was Caden Cronin, and she has been doing quite a job up there. On the far side, Miller picks up the point, 6-3. And a point on the right side given to the Falcons, 6-4 in favor of Miller on the other side. That one goes long. Looking over to the left now. We've got Potter County, and Potter County are the Battlers. And on the far side is going to be Belle Fourche. This is on the left-hand court, court one. And Belle Fourche are the Bronx. So right now, Potter County on the near side, leading it by a score of 5-3. And we'll come back to the left side. Well, now it is now 5-4. On the right side, score is Rustlers 9. And the Falcons 5. Okay, I think we're squared away now. On the far side, on the right, the Miller Rustlers serving. They are leading it by a score of 10-5. Well, let's see, a point. So the Rustlers lead it by a score of 10-6 on the right side. Checking on the left side, the team on the far court, Belle Fourche, they have the service. And Belle Fourche right now leading by a score of 7-4. Killed long. So the point will go to the near side Potter City. They're the Battlers, and the Battlers trailing by 2, 7-5. Right side, the Miller Rustlers leading it by a score of 11-7. Near side, Florence-Henry serving. Tremendous save there by the young lady from Florence-Henry, but unfortunately not to be towards the point, as Miller leads it now by a score of 12-7. On the left side, Potter County just scores a point, and it's all tied up at 7-7. And Belle Fourche, are they serving? Yes, they are. No, they are not. Excuse me. Potter County on the near side serving. Point to Belle Fourche. And the Bronx now lead it 8-7. The Miller Rustlers serving far side right court. They are leading 13-8. And an ace. 14-8 in favor of Miller. Left side. Belle Fourche is up by a score of 9-7 with the serve. So serve is long. Potter County's point, and it is 9-8 in favor of Belle Fourche. Potter County serving. Point awarded to the Bronx. And Belle Fourche now has the lead by 2 on the right side. The Florence-Henry Falcons pick up the point, but Miller is still leading 15-9. When we get a little bit of a break here, we'll give you the score that we picked up over on the auxiliary court. Auxiliary court, Warner took a 2-0 win over Beresford. And the game that's going on over there in the auxiliary right now is going to be Beresford and they are going against Timberlake. Bringing you up to date here. Both sides are volleying. Boy, that was a whistler. Don't have any rosters, unfortunately. I thought they were going to provide them here at the event, but they did not. And now we have a timeout on the left side over there. And suddenly, the Belle Fourche Bronx have jumped up to a 13-8 lead, and there's a timeout over there. On the right court, volley going on. Near side court, Florence-Henry, they can't handle a hot shot, and Miller is leading that one by a score of 18-10. And they're going to take a timeout. So, with all that going on, we'll take a timeout.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, as you can see, action has resumed, and we'll try to pick up where we left off there. As on the far side, Belle Fourche comes up with a point, and the Broncs are leading at 15-8, and Belle Fourche has the service on the far side. And Potter County comes up with a point. And it is now 15-9 in favor of Belle Fourche, turning our attention to the right side. The Miller Rustlers with the serve in the far court, and they lead it by a score of 19-10. Great save over here on the back court on the right side. Again, no information. Getting an update from the other gymnasium. Well, we got some information from the auxiliary as Beresford won the first game by a score of 25-16 over Timberlake, and they are in the second game, all tied up at 2-2. We'll just get final scores from over there, and that will save a young lady from running her tail off back and forth. Nice spike and a kill here by Belle Fourche. And they are currently leading by a score of 16-11 over Potter County. Potter County lost their first game, and that first game was against Redfield. I don't know where I'm at. All right, so we're having a discussion about something on the right side. Miller Rustlers are leading that one by a score of 18-13 as the Falcons from Florence-Henry have come back. Left side, Potter County loses the point. Belle Fourche now up by a score of 18-11. This is the first game for both sides. Belle Fourche picks up the point, 18-11. It is actually the first game for both sides and the first match for Florence-Henry and for Belle Fourche. The other teams have played at least one, as Belle Fourche tied early with scores. In fact, they were tied at 11-11. Or I think it was 11-10. Anyway, Belle Fourche has really turned on the steam here, and they are currently leading now by a score of 21-11. Belle Fourche with the serve on the far side. Over on the right, somebody grabbed hold of the net, and the point goes to the Miller Rustlers, and they lead it now by a score of 20-11. Ball is fired on the left side, but Potter County comes up with it. Here's another kill attempt and blocked at the net by Potter County. Ball goes deep, but the Broncs come up with it, and the kill attempt is out, and that will set the score at the Broncs 21, and Potter County Battlers will be 12, and the Battlers on the near side of the white have the serve. Florence-Henry on the right with the serve. Did a nice job of saving, but the point is awarded to Florence-Henry, and they now trail by 8. Miller on the far side, 21-13. And the point goes to Miller, and they lead it 22-13, and it's 22-12 on the left side with Belle Fourche in the lead. Belle Fourche with the serve, as they are waiting a second, as apparently a courtesy, as a volley is going on the right court. Miller gets the ball over, near side, Florence-Henry. Kill shot, unfortunately off the top of the net, and the Rustlers now lead it by a score of 23-13, and Miller has the serve on the far side. Still some discussions going on the court to the left side. The official talking to Potter County's coach, and now they move it around, rotate it around. Not sure where everybody's going. And now Miller has a game point at 24-13. First game, Florence-Henry gets the kill, and they save themselves here in the first game. We are at game point, 24-14 on the right side, and Florence-Henry will have the serve. Florence-Henry serving, trying to hang on. They are at game point. Miller, Florence-Henry, and Miller wins it. So Miller comes up with a 25-14 victory in game one. And we will now concentrate our information on the left court, which is also at game point. And Belle Fourche wins that one now, 25-12. So 12-25. So Belle Fourche wins this one over here. And as things stand right now, Belle Fourche playing on the left side court has a game one victory in the best of three. On the right side court, they are in a hiatus right now as Miller is up 25-14 there. And over in the auxiliary gym, Beresford has a 25-6 win over Timberlake. And we will be back as soon as the action begins again.
Independent Ag in Bristol, Verdon, Roscoe, and Watertown. A local business providing local service and local expertise. They're farmer-focused, service-driven, with a very knowledgeable staff that offers seed, chemical, and fertilizer sales. They make competitive offers at Independent Ag. They say, we know your acre. Check out the website, independentagservices.com, or call 605-395-6605. Independent Ag, proud to support local sports and activities.
At Northern State University, Your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, we'll try to set the stage for you. It's kind of casual here. I appreciate you being with us, and I hope that I'm keeping you up with what's going on. On the left court, it is Belle Fourche on the far side, and they pick up a point after winning their first game over there by a score of 25-12. Potter County in the white on the near side would love to have rosters here for all the teams, but that combined with, and excuse me, ponytails. I hate ponytails because the ponytail will hang over the number, and since I am not aware of these young ladies, you're going to have to do the best you can to pick out your favorite young lady there. So now we're going to turn our attention to the right side, and the game going on there is the Miller Rustlers against Florence-Henry. Miller won the first game. Seems like that far side court is doing very well here, as both Belle Fourche and Miller have come up victorious. And right now, however, Florence-Henry has a 2-1 lead, and Miller serving from the far side. So we're all reasonably up to date as an ace drops in. It's kind of interesting. Sometimes these players will mishit a ball and it will still go in, and it's kind of like a pitcher in baseball throwing a changeup. And the young lady who is serving on the far side, that is number 10. I don't know if I can pick up a name here or a number or something like that. We do have the Sports Association we have the Sports Association website up there, and they do have the rosters on there. Let's see if I can't find out a name or two when I need to. Well, we'll let it go at that for the moment, try to catch you up on what's going on here. Left side, Belle Fourche is serving, and they are leading it by a score of, they're trailing. Well, they just got a third point, and they are trailing by a score of 4-3. So the Bronx with the ball, going for the tie and the service. That's another thing that's kind of interesting in volleyball. Every now and then, they'll hit a knuckleball, and you see that ball waving back and forth. I don't know if you're familiar with baseball or not, but that is where you have the ball, and there is no rotation. It just comes over, so it just kind of goes with the wind. Well, it's the same thing in volleyball, although they throw that knuckleball more consistently in volleyball than they do in baseball, but at any rate, on the far side, the Bronx serving the ball on the left-hand court have the lead now 5-4. They won the first game, and now Potter County trying to stave off being beaten twice here in matches in the early going. This one, a nice placed shot by the Bronx, and they go up 6-4. Over to the right side, the Miller Rustlers on the far side leading it by a score of 7-4, and they had the serve. Volley going on right now, and the point goes to Florence-Henry, and the Falcons now trail it only by 7-6. Timeout going on the left side, so we'll concentrate on the right with Florence-Henry in the serve, trailing by 2. Far corner goes out of bounds, and that will give Miller the point. 8-5, they lead it. Miller with the serve. You can serve anywhere you want to on that back line. Some choose to go one side or the other. Some like to even go into the center. Nice kill by Florence-Henry. They didn't get it, however. Looks like they'll get it on this time. And the Falcons now trail only by 2, 8-6 over Miller. Turn our attention to the left side. Fourche with the serve, and with the lead 7-4. Fourche, far side. Nice block. That young lady's name is Cronin, I have found out. But Potter County cannot come up with the save. And the Bronx go ahead by a score of 8-4, and they contain the serve. Right side, we're a 1-point game now as Miller on the far side is leading by a score of 8-7, and Florence-Henry with the serve. Concentrating on the right side now. And the point will go to Florence-Henry, and we're all tied up in the right court, 8-8. Tension back to the left court. And the Fourche Bronx come up with a point, and they have now expanded their lead to 6. It's 10-4, and they have the serve. As you note, timeout on the right side. Fourche with the serve, and it hits the top of the net and does not go over. And so the point will go to Potter County, and it's now 10-5. Potter County with the serve. Fourche with the kill. Potter County couldn't dig it. And Fourche leads it by a score of 11-5 and the serve. Be back in action shortly on the right side. Service error. Potter County trailing by 5 has the serve as the Bronx lead it on the far side 11-6. Florence-Henry on the right with the serve. It's all tied up at 8-8. Nice volley on the right. Nice block at the net by Florence-Henry. And it looks like that one goes long. So Florence-Henry will jump into the lead 9-8. And the serve. Left side. Belle Fourche leading it by a score of 12-7 there in the far court. Attempted kill by Florence-Henry goes into the net, and we're all tied up on the right side, 9-9. Volley going on the left side court. Once again, that ball gets up into the rafters, and it is playable. So Potter County thought they had a bead on it. All of a sudden, it hit one of the girders up there and fell aside. And Belle Fourche leads at 13-7. Miller in the far court leading it by a score of 10-9 now. And a nice dump shot, but a great recovery by Florence-Henry. A block at the net, but unfortunately they couldn't save it after it went into the net. And Miller leads that one by a score of 11-9. Point scored by Miller. They're up 12-9. Miller with a serve in the far court on the right side. And that was right on the back line. No, I take that back. It went out. And Florence-Henry now only 2 points down with the serve on the right. Whoa! Heck of a hammered play over there by number 12 for Belle Fourche. And Belle Fourche gets their lead expanded to a 15-8 count. Young lady who just got the kill has the serve as well. And a nice block over there. I apologize for not having rosters for each team. I thought that they were going to be provided, but maybe shouldn't have made that assumption. Belle Fourche on the far side, leading 16-8, now 17-8 with the serve. A 4-point differential on the right, Miller leading it 14-10. (15-10) now. Miller on the lead and the serve. Timeout on the left side. Miller in the far court and serving. Florence-Henry on the near court. Florence-Henry trailing by 5. Nice block at the net and nice recovery by Florence-Henry. This one goes out. And the Falcons close it down to a 4-point deficit. Miller leading 15-11. Point to Miller, and the deficit for Florence-Henry back up to 5, 16-11. Potter County on the left. Hammers one into the net. Belle Fourche comes up with an 18-8 lead now. Belle Fourche with the service on the left. Goes long. So Potter County will serve. On the near side. Potter County trailing it 18-9. Miller comes up with another point on the right. They're leading it by a score of 18-11. Nice dunk shot by Belle Fourche, puts it right into where nobody was at. Miller winds up with an ace on the right side, and they lead it 19-11. Belle Fourche with the serve. In court number 1 on our left, they lead it by 10, 19-9. They won the first game. This is the second game. Miller scores another point, as does Belle Fourche. Miller now up 20-11 on the right-hand court, and a timeout over there on the left-hand court. The Broncs are up by a score of 20-9. All of our games in the Greeno Gym here have gone 2-0, matches I should say. Nice block at the net. Belle Fourche goes ahead 21-9. Belle Fourche won the first game by a score of 25-12. They are up 21-9 with the serve. Nice answer back by Potter County. However, the Battlers will trail it 21-10 with the serve. Wow, nice dig by Potter County, and they get it back over. Little dunk shot into undefended area, but somehow or other Potter County gets it back, and another firing shot, and it is in for Belle Fourche as they have the lead 22-10. Miller has the serve on the right, and they have the lead 21-11. This one goes long, and Florence-Henry will chalk up their 12th point of this second game, having lost the first game. The Rustlers lead it, however, 21-12 in this second game of the match. Belle Fourche goes ahead by 13, 23-10 on the left court. Miller scores on the right, 22-12. Belle Fourche with the service. And we're up to game point on the left with Belle Fourche having won the first game 25-12, leading this one 24-10. Nice recovery by Potter County. And Potter County will win it. And so we'll turn our concentration to the... check that. Potter County did not win. My mistake. 25-11, I believe. They took down the score very quickly. Thank you very much. On the right court, still contested. Miller leading at 23-13. Florence-Henry on the near side. Nice attempt at a kill, and somehow, some way, well, they did not get it over, and it'll be game point for Miller, 24-13. Game point for Miller on the far side. Nice dig, but unfortunately, Florence-Henry unable to return it, and we will quickly get the score down here. 25-13 in game two, and both of our games here have finished 2-0. Now I realize that in going back and forth and being repetitious, that it might be annoying for some folks that are listening and paying attention and being with us all along. But I apologize. I'm going to keep doing it because we have people coming and going on the live ticket, which we are delighted to have you here. And we will take a little bit of a break right now because both games here are in hiatus. And let's check and see games that are coming up. In the court on the left side, it'll be Redfield back in action, and they'll go against Belle Fourche. Both of them have wins. So Belle Fourche with a win, Redfield with a win. Unfortunately, Potter County has 2 losses, so they will obviously go into the into the bronze bracket, which will be contested here in court number 2 on the right side of the screen. Miller won their first match over Aberdeen Christian, and then they won the second one here. So Miller has 2 wins, and now it'll be a game between Aberdeen Christian and Florence-Henry. And so Miller apparently will qualify. Now I'm just conjecturing here. Will qualify for the gold round, which unfortunately, if it is played that way, will be over in the auxiliary gym. We're trying to get information shuffled back and forth, but so far have not been massively successful. Over in the auxiliary gym, Warner won their game against Beresford, and right now Beresford and Timberlake are in another match. And we have no results from that as of yet. So that's where things stand right now. We're going to take a commercial break. Appreciate you being there. You're involved with the Redfield Volleyball Classic Invitational from the Greeno Gym in Redfield, South Dakota.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
You'll find friendly, small-town service at your locally owned and operated.
The One Stop in Redfield is a friendly, family-owned business. They carry hot stuff products like pizzas, sandwiches, appetizers, and cookies. So before you take a trip, or if you're out on the town, stop by and fuel up with Sinclair gasoline and use the Dino Pay app for additional savings. Grab your snacks and browse the large selection of cold beverages. And visit the automatic car wash for a spotless shine in your vehicle. One Stop is a proud supporter of all school sports and activities. Stop in to the One Stop in Redfield.
At Brueggemann Crop Services, they offer a full line of crop insurance products backed by years of experience to ensure you're getting the best risk management package for your specific operation. They are also your full-service channel seed provider, along with a full line of seed treatments. As farmers themselves, they will tailor a plan that will set you at ease for everything nature may throw at you. Crop insurance is their only insurance. For a no-obligation insurance or seed quote, call 853-3200 or check them out online at BrueggemannCropInsurance.com. Malpert Insurance is built on a foundation of nearly 31 years of experience, knowledge, and customer service for multi-peril crop insurance, forage, crop hail, and livestock and insurance coverage. Malpert Insurance has industry experts and talented staff to work side by side, assisting in your operation. Protect your business with coverage that matters and service that cares. Contact Caitlin Hoots at 605-290-9719 or Jared Keene at 605-450-5322.
Helping you find the equipment you need. It's possible at RDO Equipment Company. RDO sells and services John Deere agriculture and lawn and garden equipment, as well as Honda generators, pumps, snow blowers, and more. Their large inventory of parts ensures you get what you're looking for quickly so you can get back to work, and their experienced sales and parts department are ready to help you find the right equipment for the job. Call, stop in, or visit RDOequipment.com today.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
Hey, Tyler with Summit Contracting here. Let's talk about building on your farm. One of the great things about working with Summit Contracting is that we are the farm builders. We build premium grain systems and any structure that goes on your farm. It's never too early to start a project. We'll create a layout to ensure your structures are perfectly placed for today and the future. Let's get started on your farm project at buildsummit.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Everyone deserves a fresh start, so if you're ready to live debt-free, our on-staff certified financial counselors are ready to help. Dakota Land Federal Credit Union can assist with debt consolidation, improving your credit score, reducing payments, and reviewing your interest rates, all through your customized debt management plan. Call or stop by your friendly Dakota Land Federal Credit Union branch and schedule your no-obligation, free debt management review today. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, we are underway for the second round here. And we'll try to pick up who is who and what is what. Now, Florence-Henry Falcons are on this side on the right court. So on the far side over there is going to be Aberdeen Christian. And we'll try to set the right-hand court for you. Christian are the Knights. And Florence-Henry are the Falcons. Both coming into this one having lost an earlier round. And right at the moment, Florence-Henry Falcons are leading at 3-0. Now turning our attention to the left side. Redfield Pheasants Well, let's see. They've changed their uniforms. So the Pheasants are going to be on the near side. And on the far side, we will be looking at Belle Fourche. So the Bronx and the Pheasants are all tied up at 2-2. And over on the right side, Florence-Henry Falcons have jumped out to a 5-0 lead. And the Falcons will take a timeout. And the point goes to Redfield on the near side court, and they jump into a 3-2 lead. As I understand it, they are in the third game over in the auxiliaries gym between Beresford and Timberlake. I don't know who won the second. Well, obviously Timberlake must have won the second one, otherwise they wouldn't be in the third game. So we'll try to get some information from you, for you over there. Needless to say, with 9 teams and 3 courts going on, it is a bit of a challenge to keep up with it all. So on the left court, the Belle Fourche Bronx are trailing 4-3 to the Pheasants. In our right-hand court, Aberdeen Christian has put 3 points on the board since last we spoke. Falcons still lead it, however, by a score of 5-3, and now it is 5-4. And now it's all tied up at 5-5. So Aberdeen Christian, after the timeout, has come out decidedly more focused. Nice save by Belle Fourche. And Belle Fourche comes up with the point. Well, I do have rosters now. But to get it on one page, they are printed in 8-point type. And you can imagine that that is teeny tiny. Not only do they have the rosters, but they have the layout of the games. And so the 2 sides of the paper are pretty full. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to set it aside, and you're going to have to pick out the young lady that you are rooting for or being involved with, because I can't see the darn thing. It is teeny tiny. Well, you know, I do have a magnifying glass in my case, so maybe I need to get that out. Well, on the right side, things have gotten a little bit more tight, as Christian now has gone into the lead. They were trailing 5-0, and they're leading it by a score of 8-7. However, Florence-Henry has the serve. Still on the right side, keeping an eye on that. Nice volley between both teams. Nice block. Florence-Henry is on the near side and Aberdeen Christian on the far side. And the volley still is going on. And unfortunately, Aberdeen Christian mishits the ball right at the net, and we're all tied up at 8-8. Fourche has the serve. They are trailing 9-6. Check that. They are leading 9-6. Redfield won their first match. Now, I know the girls from Redfield because I do those games all the time. That was Charlie Youngworth who got the point there for Redfield. And they now pull within 2, 9-7. Belle Fourche still leading. Redfield with the serve. And a mishit serve worked out very well because it just barely got over the net. And Redfield now within 1 with Seabright serving. Deep serve right side. Nice block combination. Let's see, that is Keely Smith and Hayden Gall. So it's all tied up at 9-9. Now over to the right side. Aberdeen, trailing 5-0 early in the game, now has taken a 10-9 lead. Florence-Henry with the serve on the right side. Boy, they had an outstanding rally just a second ago, or volley, I should say. Ergo, the name of the game, volleyball. Florence-Henry gets the point, and things are all tied up at 10-10 on the right-hand court. Belle Fourche scores a point on the left side, and that will tie that score 10-10 with Belle Fourche serving. So a little bit more tighter game here than we've seen so far. Somehow or other, Redfield gets the roll as Keely Smith gets it over the net, rolls along the top of the tape and drops in. And Redfield now takes an 11-10 lead. This is their first lead here in the game and the match against Belle Fourche. Over to the right side. It is all tied up at 11-11. Near side is Florence-Henry. Far side is Aberdeen Christian. And a nice block at the net by Aberdeen Christian, but unfortunately for them, it goes out of bounds, and Florence-Henry leads it by a score of 12-11. Belle Fourche with the service, tied at 11-11 on the left side. Volley going on both courts, and a nice slam and a kill turned in by Belle Fourche's number 11. We'll try to get a name there. That is Avery Chavini. And again, working with 9 teams, I don't have all the pronunciations just right, so if I've mispronounced your young lady's name, my apologies. Redfield gets the point on the left side, and we're all tied up at 12-12 there. On the right side, it is a 1-point differential with the Florence-Henry Falcons leading it by a score of 12-13. Well, we just got information over from the auxiliary court, so pardon me while I get caught up on that. Well, Beresford won the first match, or first game rather, and then that was 25-6, and then Timberlake seemed to get their second wind, and they won the second one by a score of 25-18, but then Beresford came back and won the third by a score of 25-21. So Beresford will advance. And over there on that side, let's see where things are, if I may. Beresford picks up a victory. They're now 1-1. Timberlake 0-1. And now Timberlake will take on Warner. Warner with a win in their first match. So we're kind of up to date there, if you will. And check on our scores here. On the left side, 1 point differential. On the right side, the same thing. However, we're now all tied up on the left court with Redfield in the near court and the serve. And Belle Fourche, the Bronx, on the far side getting ready to defend against the serve. Now, on the right side, we have Aberdeen Christian with the service and the lead by 2, 16-14. Nice comeback at this point for Aberdeen Christian. They were down by a score of 5-0 early in the going and then came back. An errant ball will go all over the place, and from the court on our right to the court on our left. Belle Fourche with the service, trailing by 1. Belle Fourche is in the far court. Near court, Redfield, that would be on the left side. Wow, Redfield recovers on one that looked like they were going to lose. Boy, another slam by Belle Fourche. The kill recorded by number 9 for Belle Fourche. If you know her name and number, good for you. Thank you for telling me. Malayla Ward. So a fine spike and kill by her as we turn our attention to the right side. And the Knights in the far court leading at 17-16, but Florence-Henry with the serve. Nice block at the net by Aberdeen Christian, and they take a 2-point lead, 18-16. Belle Fourche gets a point, and the Bronx are now ahead by 2, 17-15, and the serve. Unfortunately, Redfield let the ball go on the backcourt and wound up catching that back line as Jerika Radigan made a proper decision, I thought, and let it go, but it just caught that back line. Now all of a sudden, with a 3-point run, Belle Fourche has extended their lead to 19-15, and Redfield will take a timeout. Turning our attention to court number 2, that's on the right side. The Knights now have a 2-point lead, 19-17, but Florence-Henry serving in the near court. Nice shot over there by Florence-Henry. See if I can find their lineup here. Florence-Henry number 9, that's Taylor Watson with a nice play. Now the coach just simply walking down the sideline almost got knocked over by a ball that came her way. Service on the far side by Aberdeen Christian gets an ace, and suddenly Aberdeen Christian is up by 3, 21-18 with the serve. And they have a timeout called by Florence-Henry, so we'll turn our attention to the left side here. The service line is Seabright. She got a lucky break, hit the tape and rolled over as you saw, and Redfield narrowed it down to trailing by 2, 19-17 with the serve. Seabright once again. Redfield picks up another point, and they narrowed it down to 1. Now, my apologies. I do the Redfield games all the time, so I do know some of these names and numbers. Seabright with the serve. Belle Fourche tries to get the kill and does so down into the left-hand corner or right-hand corner, and they keep their 2-point edge now, 20-18. Aberdeen Christian on the right side with the serve from the far side, and the Knights lead it by a score of 21-18. Volley going on the right court. Christian gets the ball all the way to the right side and over, but a spike kill by Florence-Henry, and they narrow the gap to 2, 21-19. Meanwhile, Belle Fourche has a 21-19 lead over Redfield, and Belle Fourche has the service. Nice spike on the far side. See if we can pick up a name and a number there. Well, number 7. Aberdeen Christian number 7, that is Peyton Sarkin. Aberdeen Christian with the serve and the lead by 3, 22-19. Point to Aberdeen Christian. They now lead at 23-19. Redfield with the service on the left side, trailing by 1, 21-20. Right side action, 23-19 for Aberdeen Christian there in the far court, and it goes out, so it's going to be 23-20. Florence-Henry getting the point. Belle Fourche with the serve, leading 23-20, and a timeout on court number 1. That's to our left. Our attention now to the right-hand court. Nice recovery by Aberdeen Christian. My goodness, that was a great play. Florence-Henry gets the ball over the net, and they get a block. But the Knights recover and get a good roll across the top of the tape and drops in, and it is game point for Aberdeen Christian. This is the first game of this set or this match. Aberdeen Christian lost the first one. They lost to Miller 25-13. Miller is 2-0 in this round robin. With the serve, Florence-Henry trailing by 3, 24-21. So this is game point. And let's see what they got going on here. Well, it was a point to Florence-Henry, and they've narrowed it down to 2. Redfield on the verge of losing there. They're trailing 24-20 with game point. And now we are 24-23. So if the Knights are going to win it for Aberdeen Christian, they're going to have to do it right now. Otherwise, it's going to go to add. So the point goes to, on the left, the winner is 25-20 as Redfield loses it. And on the right side, the Knights come up with it as they go 25-23. So exciting finish on both Court 1 and Court 2. And we will be back with a little bit of information here for the next game for both sides right after this.
World-class service with hometown friendliness. That's what you can expect from the staff of Haler Automotive. We sell new vehicles from both Chevrolet and Buick, along with a good selection of late-model pre-owned vehicles. And if you're looking for something a little more vintage, come take a look at our classic car showroom, Highway 12 Classics. We have a full service department, parts department, and a body shop. We're conveniently located East Highway 12 in Webster, or view all of our inventory online at HalerAuto.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you are ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, where we stand right now, Redfield lost in the first game, 25-20 to Belle. They'll be starting game 2 on court 1 to our left side shortly. Then on the right side, Aberdeen Christian down 5-0 in the early going. Finally came back and won it 25-23. And they're about ready to start game 2 on the right-hand court. Over on the auxiliary side, Warner was a winner, 2-0 over Beresford. Then Beresford came back and beat Timberlake 2-1. And now they are in the third game over there, and it'll be Timberlake against Warner. Over there is Auxiliary Gymnasium. And right away, checking on what's happening here, we have Christian, Aberdeen Christian, the Knights, in the far court, and they are taking on Florence-Henry in the near court. And this is game number 2, with the Knights having won game number 1. Getting underway on the left court, Redfield on the near side, going against Belle Fourche on the far side, and Belle Fourche leads that 1-0. On the right-hand court, Aberdeen Christian is leading that one 3-0 as the volley goes on the left court. Redfield with a nice block. Kinley Smith, check that, Katie Roselle and Hayden Gall got the block, and that one is tied up at 1-1. Volley on the right side. Knights in the far court, and the Falcons in the near court, as this volley has gone on for some time. And a kill shot in the corner, very nicely done. Florence-Henry winds up with the point. They're trailing by 1, 3-2 in the early going, obviously, 3-2, but they have the serve. The Knights get a point on a little dunk shot over to the right side, actually to our right, their left. And they lead it 4-2. Redfield comes up with a point on the left side. They're leading 3-2. Aberdeen Christian, 4-3 lead over Florence-Henry. Florence-Henry with a serve on the right-hand court. Once again, would love to give you names of young ladies that are doing well, but unfortunately, so many things going on, can't quite keep up with it, quite frankly. And not only that, but the rosters given here are in like 4-point type. If you know anything about printing or your computer and Word and all that business, 32 point is great big letters and numbers. 4-point, very, very tiny. All right, Redfield leading it by a score of 4-3 with the serve on the left-hand court. Another really nice volley on the right-hand court, and that's been going on for a while, and the Knights pick up the points. 6-4, they lead. Redfield with a point there and the serve. 5-3, the Pheasants lead it. Kinley Smith, or check that, Katie Roselle, as I mentioned numerous times, and I probably shouldn't be doing this, but ponytails are the bane of play-by-play for any play-by-play person, because the ponytail will hang over the number. And of course, when they are players that I don't know, it makes it doubly difficult. And when you have two players that are very similar looking, it winds up being even more of a challenge. Anyway, on the left-hand court, it's tied up at 5-5, and Fourche has the serve. On the right-hand court, it is tied at 6-6 with Florence-Henry in the serve, and Florence-Henry gets that point, and they go ahead 7-6. Fourche gets the point on the left, and they go ahead 6-5. Fourche serving, far side. They don't get it over the net, and that is a 6-6 score. 7-7 on the right side. And the point will go to the Knights. Aberdeen Christian on the far side, and they regain the serve. Left side, Redfield serving. Seabright slams it into the net. Right side, Aberdeen Christian gets the point, and they expand their lead to 2, 9-7. Left side, Fourche with the serve, and the lead 7-6. Nice job by Seabright to save. Little miscommunication there. Kinley Smith saves the day, gets the ball over, and Redfield ties it up at 7-7. It is the Knights 9-8 over the Falcons. Florence-Henry with the serve on the right. Nice block at the net by Aberdeen Christian. And then a long volley over here as Aberdeen Christian gets another fine block, and they take the lead by a score of 10-8. Fourche with the serve, leading at 8-7 over Redfield on the left. Fourche with the service. Redfield. Nice volley on the left. Nice save for Redfield. Very, very long volley on the left. Fourche leads it by a score of 8-7, and now it's 8-8 as Redfield picks up the point. On the right, the Knights and the serve on the far side, leading at 11-9. Still keeping an eye on the right. The Knights try to save it, have some excellent effort, but they are now losing the point, and they are leading only by one, 11-10, with Florence-Henry in the serve. Another exciting game going on the left, and another long volley. 8-8 is the score over there on the left. Nice save by Belle Fourche, and then the spike is out, and Redfield takes a 9-8 lead. On the right, Florence-Henry gets the point, and they are all tied up at 11-11. Christian won the first game. This is the second game of this match on the right. An ace turned in by Florence-Henry, and they lead it by a score of 12-11. Meanwhile, Redfield has the lead on the left, 10-9. Nice block, an outstanding block, and somehow Redfield recovers on the left. Again, another fine volley, and the attempt at a kill knocked out of bounds, and they're all tied up on the left side, 10-10. On the right, the Falcons from Florence-Henry have turned on some steam, and as it was tied at 11-11, they now move to a 14-11 lead. Looking at the left side, Redfield with the serve, all tied up at 10-10. I think that's number 12 for Belle Fourche. Try to pick up a name here. You probably already know who it is, but I'm searching around. Okay, Belle Fourche, number 12. Sloan Young. Boy, that was an outstanding kill. Timeout still on the right, as you can see, with Florence-Henry with the serve, having won 3 in a row and gone up 14-11. It was knotted at 11. A miss hit, but it worked out very well on the left as Belle Fourche winds up with the point, and they go ahead 12-11. Florence-Henry into the net on the right, and the Knights are trailing now only by 2, 14-12, and the Knights have the serve. Belle Fourche has the serve. In on a great hit. Let's see, who was that? That was number 17 for Redfield. That's Jerika Radigan. Has not gotten a lot of playing time, but in there today. Right side, Florence-Henry can't get it over the net, and they've been stalled at 14 while the Knights have come up with 2, so it's a 14-13 lead for Florence-Henry. Nice volley on the left. Great save by Chloe Zenz. Connor's her brother, who did some nice work in the football game. Redfield loses the point, however. The Bronx go ahead by a score of 13-12. By the way, in that football game last night, Redfield did score a touchdown, but wound up losing, and they're 0-6 with their best chance for a victory coming up this next Friday when Dakota Hills, with a winless record, comes to town. Little miscommunication between Redfield backline players, and Belle Fourche goes ahead by a score of 14-12. On the right, the Aberdeen Christian Knights have righted the ship and come back now. They lead it 15-14 as they have reeled off 4 consecutive points. And Christian goes ahead by 2, 16-14. Redfield with the serve, trailing by 1, 14-13. Seabright the server. Nice block at the net by Kinley Smith and Hayden Gall. And Redfield gets the point. We're tied at 14 on the left-hand court with Redfield serving. Right side, the Knights have really put on a show here as they've gotten 6 consecutive points and go ahead 17-14. Knights serving. As they now have come up with 7 consecutive points and expand their lead to 4. Aberdeen Christian 18-14, and there'll be a timeout called by Florence-Henry. Timeout on the other side of the court with Redfield leading it by a score of 15-14. And we'll take a timeout ourselves.
Redfield Energy is a 65 million gallon ethanol plant that produces over 200,000 tons of distillers and grids for over 22 million bushels of corn, providing a quality feed market for all local feeders. At Redfield Energy, they take pride in providing an economic impact on the agricultural industry, community, state, and its utility holders. Located 2 miles north of Redfield, make Redfield Energy your preferred market for locally grown corn. Redfield Energy is a proud supporter of Redfield Pheasant sports and activities.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Obviously on the screen, the team scores or the teams involved are not correct. So on the left side, it is Redfield in the white on the near court with Belle Fourche in the purple on the far court, and it's all tied up at 15. Well, now Belle Fourche goes ahead on the ace, 16-15. In the right-hand court, Aberdeen Christian has made a great comeback. They were down 14-11, and they've reeled off 8 consecutive points to take the lead, and there is point number 9 consecutive for Aberdeen Christian, and they now have expanded their lead to 6 points, 20-14. So Christian, their coach taking a timeout, and since that time, Aberdeen Christian has gone nuts, and now they have reeled off a 10th point in a row and lead it by a score of 21-14. Left side, Belle Fourche with the service. Redfield pounds the ball into the net and now drops behind by 3, 18-15. Aberdeen Christian serving, and they have now reeled off the 11th point in a row. Quite a impressive performance by Aberdeen Christian as they were struggling and down 14-11, but they have scored 11 unanswered points here. Florence-Henry drops it out, and Aberdeen Christian 23-14. 12 unanswered points. And they hold the serve. (13 unanswered), and it's now a game point. Aberdeen Christian won the first game in this set, and there'll be another timeout called as Aberdeen Christian has run off 13 consecutive points after the game was tied 11-11. The Falcons got 3 and got it up to 14, but they've been stalled right there as Aberdeen Christian has reeled off 13 consecutive points. Belle Fourche serving with the lead as they have now gone 5 consecutive points. Belle Fourche won the first game in this set 25-20 over Redfield. and they now are enjoying a 5-point lead, 20-15. Nice kill shot by Kinley. Check that. That is Katie Roselle on the back line. And Redfield gains the serve, trailing by 4. It is game point on the other side here, on the right side, as Belle Fourche finally scores a point, 24-15. As 13 points in a row were scored by Aberdeen Christian, tied at 11. They now have game point, but they lose the ball out of bounds, and it goes to 24-16, still in favor of the Aberdeen Christian Knights. Meanwhile, Belle Fourche leads the score 22-16. Final score with the Knights 25-16. Redfield still competing. Volley on that side as Redfield trails it by a score of 22-16. Cross court, out of bounds. Redfield gains a point, and they now only trail by 5, 22-17. So Aberdeen Christian with a final score of 25-16 with a very impressive down the stretch finish, reeling off 13 consecutive points. Now our attention to Redfield trailing by 5 with the serve. And Redfield picks up the point, 22-18. Narrows it down to 4. On the service line for Redfield is Jersey Morrison. Drops one short, and Belle Fourche can't return it. So 2 points in a row for Redfield, and they now trail by 3, 22-19. Morrison, good sharp low line serve. Nice block. But unfortunately it went out of bounds, and Belle Fourche leads it by a score of 23-19. Belle Fourche won 2-0 over Potter County. And now they're looking to go 2-0. Redfield trailing 23-19. We're to game point now as Belle Fourche hit one right on the line, on the back line. And going to have a conversation between the officials and the line judge with game point on the line for Belle Fourche. So whatever discussion went on has now been terminated and will get going. Belle Fourche with the serve and the lead, 24-19 game point. Chloe Zenz with an outstanding dig. Kinley Smith gets it over. And into no man's land, and that will finish it up. Redfield on the short end of a 25-19 score. And we will be back in a second or two, well, a little bit more than that, to give you the look at where we're at right now.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services and fatherhood support. To To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
El Corral Cocina Mexicana is located in Clark, South Dakota. Our hours are 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Choose from dine-in, takeout, or let us cater your next event. We offer a wide array of fresh foods, from tacos, gobernador, and enchiladas dinner to arroz con pollo and quesadilla fajita. TLC and fresh ingredients go into preparing our food to provide the best quality and taste. Call us at 605-653-5032 or stop by at 501 First Avenue West and try our delicious food today.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, there's going to be a break, and there won't be any action until 12:15 after they repool the teams. The way the pool stands right now for Pool A, in which Redfield, Potter County, and Belle Fourche compete, Belle Fourche won it with a 2 matches win. Redfield split 1-1, and Potter County is 0-2. In Pool B, Miller was the winner. They had 2 wins. Aberdeen Christian, 1 win and 1 loss, and Florence-Henry 0-2. Then we still do not have the results of the last match over in Pool C, which had Warner, Beresford, and Timberlake. Warner has a victory. Beresford is 1-1, so they are finished up. So the result we're waiting on is Warner against Timberlake, and we've gotten no results there. So where it stands at the moment is that we will have a hiatus until 12:15, and I think it is probably best to go off of our stream and come back when we have things going on and can report some activity to you. Certainly appreciate the opportunity to have you with us, and we will be back at 12:15. Would like to take care of some local business here in Redfield because we have 2 very substantial birthdays, and they are yesterday's birthday, 95th birthday for Duke Meyer. So happy birthday, a day belated, Duke. He is a resident here in Redfield. And then the birthday today, extremely significant, and an open house at Eastern Star Home in Redfield from 2 until 4 o'clock this afternoon for the 100th, I said the century birthday for Marilyn Schmidt. So happy birthday to those 2 fine leaders of our community in their elderly years, as Duke Myers, 95 yesterday, and today Marilyn Schmidt at 100. Well, that about does it. We will sign back on when activity begins again. I appreciate you being there, and we will hope to see you back at approximately 12:15 when we'll pick up the live stream from the Redfield Volleyball Invitational Classic in Redfield, South Dakota at Greeno Gymnasium. Until we're back on, it's Alan Scott saying thank you very much for being with us, and we'll see you back at about 12:15.
Brushing up? Bettering yourself? Or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees. HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced.